Hello everyone, so I'm Zappy here, back again with Code Geass. We're on episode 18. And then in the last episode we had Suzaku and Lelouch meet up at the Kurugi Shrine to talk about Suzaku protecting Nunnally. Schneisel and Cannon had, or I guess Schneisel basically had it set up so that people would follow Suzaku, and then obviously when they met up, they got interrupted by a bunch of Britannian soldiers, including Cannon, and Lelouch thought that Suzaku would set him up. So now Lelouch is on a tear. I guess he's kind of like out of options at this point. So obviously he's used that whole big fucking like EMP thing to shut down the power in the city. And yeah, he's got a lot of people in fucking position to I guess go tape out Nunnally, and then after that I don't know what happens, so we'll just have to see. But yeah, I think that is all. Oh yeah, we'll have the Emperor with Ragnarok backup, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know what's going to happen with that, so I don't know. Detard's also up to something with Valletta and Ogi, so we'll see what happens there as well. But yeah, that was also, without further ado, let's get in episode 18. I forgot that's what they were doing. They had Nina create the flare, and that's what it was. It raised the thing from existence, I think.
The enemy's military might has been cut in half. Hit all major facilities and eliminate their ability to strike back. If we can seize Viceroy Nunnally, then victory will be ours.
Zero's on his way?
Look at that smile. Now that's more like the real you, Colin.
Our first priority is to eliminate the Gefion disturbers along the railway's circular routes. Can we dispatch the Lancelot for that?
That'll depend upon the current state of Sir Kururugi's mindset.
Nina, you don't know what you're doing! If we don't act, Zero will capture the Tokyo settlement!
But are you prepared to actually fire the flare? And more importantly, are you prepared to not fire it?
Prepare and not fire it. Interesting.
That should cover everything except their newer nightmare 6th generation and above. Be sure you take Nunnally alive.
Oh shit, I didn't even think Rules fit. Fuck!
I'm the only one who can make Lelouch, make Zero atone for what he's done.
Jeremiah!
Yes, your majesty!
Lord Jeremiah, is that you?
Take this! The storm of my loyalty!
Fucking Jeremiah's the
bad
best.
time.
What I'd really like to know is why Jeremiah's on our side now. He's not just some knight, you know. That also goes for the man once called the spearhead of the Empire.
What's going on? Why am I fighting against Royal Britannian forces?
Play Suzaku Kururugi!
But Princess, Kururugi is... Are you able to dissipate my lord's torment?
But it shouldn't involve the people! Lord Guilford, too?
Suzaku, fire the flare! You can kill Zero now!
Sorry, Nina. I won't unleash it. No one can defeat a Knight of the Round.
Well,
no one! So what they said about Orange was true, huh?
Orange, you say? That is the name of my loyalty.
yeah, it is.
We have just cleared all interferences up to the 13th floor.
He's gonna fuck.
Don't worry. I promise I'll find Nunnally.
And once you bring back Nunnally,
It's not going to,
I have
man.
no further need for you, Rolo.
I'll kill her with my own hands. I'm the only family you need.
I won't. I refuse to flee this way.
The Prime Minister has personally ordered it.
My brother Schneisel?
We've got full air superiority!
We won't yield!
Oh no, Toto! I owe you deeply, Asahina.
Jesus.
Future plans in the works, right?
If you started this battle because of me, then let me explain!
Filled with conceit as ever. You betrayed your father and all Japan. Of course you betray your friends too.
See,
Anya! Wait!
Anya's here as well.
Leave Zero to Anya.
Has to be something here with like Marianne. There has to be.
Can't withstand this for very long.
Viceroy Nunnally is being put aboard the escape craft. But until the Gefion disturbers have all been deactivated, who's going to execute Colin Koski?
Sir George,
Fuck.
are you sure about this?
Bitch.
Viceroy Nunnally did...
Oh shit!
You're looking well.
Master Rolo has gone on to secure Miss Nonnelly.
Sweet.
I think Miss Millie's former fiancé was behind the changes. There seems to be a draft instruction manual with it.
Gefion Disturbers in Ikebukuro and Sugamo have been destroyed.
Now we can reinforce our lines with 5th generation nightmares and older.
Hey, are you okay?
I set the data on 0 from my system. That's all I could do.
Just a little more.
Here we go again.
Again, something is...
The Mordred just...
What if Marianne's inside that...
Here's a question.
Inside the Mordred?
What do people value most? Answer. Their life, of course.
This guy and his fucking catchphrase. Hello everyone, just a reminder that if you go to the link in the description of my Patreon and get the early access tier for $5 a month, you can get access to 4 episodes of Code Geass every single week, and you get them a week early as well. So if you're clamoring for more reactions from me of Code Geass more frequently, make sure you go in the description of my Patreon and get the early access tier for $5 a month. On with the video.
The basic system's the same? Confirm activation.
Activation confirmed.
Oh, that's cool.
You're good to go.
Gurren!
Satan 8 elements launching. Now launch!
Nice! Such a cool nightmare!
Father,
Logo
I
as
let
well.
you down. Forgive me.
No! Holy shit! What is this?
Zero, do you read me? Zero!
Where are my reinforcements?
Kamiki will be there soon, but we picked up a fleet over the Pacific.
It seems to be the Britannian Emperor's flagship.
What?
Fucking hell!
No, His Majesty is not coming to the battlefield.
No! Oh!
Let Zero go! Or you'll have to deal with me, Shinichiro Tamaki! It's that fun! Ah! Damn it! This always happens to me! Go into attack mode, you dropped your shield!
Colin!
In this position, I can't. Nonnelly!
Yeah, here it comes! Oh, look at how cool it is!
Wish for, Vampire of Britannia. Zero, I'm here. Your elite guard, Colin Koski, is back on the battle line.
With a capable device or even at 60% output, that unit can cut the other...
Fuck. So theoretically, this Gurren should have no trouble dealing with Bradley.
Do you know the prime truth of the battlefield?
You're barely a scoundrel!
But now I've got you in close range.
What was that?
What do you value the most? Your own pitiful life?
My life?
Yes!
My life is taken! I'm only 11!
Get fucked!
Stand aside! Forget it, Suzaku!
Deflected? I'm sorry, Gino. This pilot isn't the kind of opponent you can mess around with.
Impossible!
Nuts.
I dare it!
So fucking
Raise
kick
all
it
the
up!
shields in Area 4!
We can't trust commanders.
What was that?
Motion detected.
How did you get out?
Suzaku! Colin's not the one you need to fight! Hit Zero!
Your escape route is towards the Ikebukuro front.
Oh,
But there are still
fucking hell, man!
Wait till we've mopped them up before you...
As soon as he steals a
No,
nightmare,
no.
we'll have it in a moment.
Understood. Victory is within our reach.
Get out of there, Suzaku!
You can't beat that Gurren!
It's too great.
We're going to lose Sir Kururugi as well as Sir Bradley.
Fucking hell.
Suzaku! Use the flare!
No, Nina. I can't win.
Oh my god, so many people can die here, man!
Save yourself!
Even if it costs me my life. That's right. This is redemption.
Oh, he has to live, doesn't he? Shit! No, he has to live!
I must live.
Oh,
Is this
fuck.
Leia?
Fall back!
What does it do?
We have to retreat too! Asahina, are you reading me?
You and the Sutherland, what are you doing? They fired the Flea!
Fired the Flea?
Nonnelly! General
Princess, save yourself! Princess! Princess, you must live. Please live.
Oh.
Rolo,
Yes, big brother?
could you please let me speak with Nanali? I can't reach Sayako.
We weren't in time. Nanali was caught in that flash of light.
I'm not asking you about anything like that now. I just want to talk to Nanali.
She's dead, big brother.
Don't lie to me!
Could you just for a moment, please, let me speak with Nanali?
This can't be happening. This can't be right. This can't be right. How can that... This can't be happening. Fuck's sake. I should have known. I should have known that somehow the order that Lelouch would give Suzaku would fuck him over in the end. I should have fucking... Ugh! This can't be this. It can't be. This can't be. This can't be right at all. Of course, Nina will be the one to fucking, you know, create the, like, something equivalent to like a nuclear bomb. Just. Yeah, I remember that this episode. That was what it meant. That's what bloody the screen that we're looking at in episode 15 where it imploded. It wasn't. Had nothing to do with the system or the Sword of Akasha thing. It was the flare house. That's what it was. It basically. Oh, fucking hell, man. Well, who did... Alright, well... is Nunnally really dead? Really? No, that can't be right. Come on. This can't be happening. I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it. I can't. I can't. I just think for the sake of storytelling, right? Come on. Nunnally and Lelouch have to fucking at least bloody... like, meet up beforehand. We can't just have Nunnally not know who's Zero, like, that Lelouch is Zero. We can't have that. We've got to resolve it. For a second, when it went off, I was like, fuck, everyone's going to die here. Like, how many people are going to die here? And then, because so many main characters died, you would have to redo it. Like, I don't know. Is there a possibility of a time Geass? Well, there has to be, right? I mean, the way the Geass works is you kind of, whatever your deepest desire is, that's what that's how the Geass manifests, and that's what you get. So if somebody had like, do we know why certain people like Mao and the Emperor have Geasses and 2 eyes? Is it? It's not, is it? It's not 2 Geasses, because Mao didn't have 2, did he? Or at least not that we're aware of. Because I was thinking, like, if you can get more than one, Lelouch could turn back time or something. So we lost Gilfad and, yeah, I mean... who was it? Asa, One of the four holy swords. I think the last was all right. The girl who was in the four holy swords. Todo was up. Like I told you. Like I told you so. Or whatever. What was that all about? What do you mean you can't trust Zero? What for? What for? What data were they getting? Have I forgotten something? Somebody had data. Was it to do with them massacring the order or whatnot, whatever? Is that what it is? It probably is, right? That's the only thing I can think of. Fucking damn it, man. I just knew. I knew it would fucking come back. I knew it would. I knew it would come back to fucking. I don't know how Cornelia got free. She had some mechanism in her wrist, some I don't know, wristband shit. The Gurren was amazing. Like it looks so fucking cool, and it's fast as fuck. Lloyd said that even at 60%, it could take out any nightmare. So theoretically, no one could take her on 1v1 anyway. This is all fucking Nina's fault, isn't it? This is all fucking her fault. It's all fucking her, honestly. Fucking worst character. I've always had a fucking issue with her, honestly. Oh, honestly, she was annoying as at the beginning. And then she turned into a fucking maniac. And then she created a fucking... It's all fucking her fault. Honestly. Oh God, I hope she just dies. Honestly, one person that doesn't fucking... The one person out of the fucking... The student council doesn't deserve shit. I hope she knows as well. I hope she fucking realizes the weapon she's created, and it was down to her the reason why Nunnally might be dead. I hope she gets it right in her fucking face, and I hope she fucking cries and cries, and then somebody just fucking kills her. Hate her. Hate her. Ugh. God damn it. Racist. Fucking bitch. Of course he would send fucking Rolo in to grab Nunnally anyway. I don't want all of this to come down to like, you know, oh, this is all down to Lelouch. If Lelouch hadn't have done this and done that, things like Nunnally would still be alive. I hope it fucking doesn't come down to that. I mean, yeah, you can always bring about like, oh well, if Lelouch hadn't have told Suzaku, ordered him to live, then that wouldn't have happened and shit. But come on, like, because at the end of the day, right, that isn't fucking. No, there are fucking characters in this show that need to get their fucking just desserts. You know what I mean? I think, you know, fucking a lot of the shit, I think, honestly, 90% of what Lelouch does, I think is justified. Really do. You know. I think there's things that he does that are definitely questionable, and he definitely, like, you know, shouldn't have done. I can understand why he did that, why he killed, like, all those you know, innocent people at the Order, but, you know, I don't agree with that at all. I can understand why, though. He was obviously fucking, he hated the Geass at that point, because Shirley died. So I can understand why he did it. I didn't agree with that, though. I don't think he was justified in that. Yeah, and we had I will say this, the part where fucking Nina was like about to get into the Lancelot, so she would be able to fire the flare, and Suzaku came up and said, "Are you prepared to not fire it?" And that's obviously more telling than anything. Is like, yeah, are you prepared to fire it? Of course you are, because you're a fucking maniac, and you would have no there's no room in her fucking brain for any empathy to anyone, really. She would be fine killing anybody as long as it got 0, you know. I truly believe that. I think she would be fine anybody being in there. She would have the whole student council in and around 0 and still fire it off just to kill 0. I firmly believe that. She is, honestly, she is... Like, I hate her more than fucking any character in this show. But yeah, Suzaku said, "Are you prepared to fire it?" Yeah, she obviously is. Not for the right reasons. And then obviously I have, you know, the saying, "Are you prepared to not fire it?" And that's the bigger, that tells the bigger picture. I think that's the bigger. That one holds more meaning, that, because then it's like, well, are you willing to, you know, are you willing to end innocent lives just to take out 0, you know? And that's the difference. You know, Nina doesn't give a fuck. So, and finally, Marianne. I think there is a possibility. I'm not saying it's certain that she might be actually in the Mordred. That kind of just came into my head when obviously it was going down between Anya and Lelouch. And Lelouch specifically said that, like, the Mordred, he didn't say like whoever was inside of it. I don't even know if he knows that Anya is the one that pilots that, but the specific, like how he specifically said the Mordred, I'm wondering if it's the Mordred that does it, because I'm thinking it goes like through, it connects from Anya into, I don't know how it works, but I'm feeling maybe it's the Mordred, because when Anya was saying, like, in episode 16 about how she can't remember anything, and specifically the one that was telling was when she said even in the Chinese Federation, because that is something that only happened not too long ago, that she can't remember anything that happened then. So I'm figuring maybe she doesn't remember anything when she's in, maybe she doesn't remember anything when she's inside the Mordred, or anything, I guess, when that, like, sort of effect takes place, then she just loses. I don't know how that would work, though. Like, I don't know how Marianne, like, if this is all technology and it's all based inside of a system, then I'm guessing Marianne is inside of a sort of thing that's similar to sort of Akasha, but its place in the physical world is on the Mordred, I guess. That's the only logical thing I can come up with. And if obviously Marianne's wanting to save obviously Lelouch's life, she would do that. And also, it was the exact same thing when C2 went up against Anya in the Chinese Federation. C2 was pleasantly, remember, like, her getting in a nightmare and fighting the Mordred, and she gave, like, a compliment to, so this is what this is what you'll like. So I'm guessing that the Mordred, it seems, yeah, the more I talk about it, the more likely I think that Marianne is actually inside the Mordred. So yeah, interesting. I think Valletta just maybe got out according to Ogie. I thought that was the scenes were weirdly placed there, because Ogie said that like when the door blew open or whatever that was Valletta, but it was Cornelia thing, and it was straight after Cornelia like let herself go. So I was like, is that Cornelia then, not Valletta? I don't know. Cornelia like got herself out of it, so I was thinking that was the same thing. I thought it was Cornelia just breaking out, but everything's gone to shit, man. Everything's gone to fucking shit. I was just, watching this fucking. It was a great episode, by the way. It was such a great episode because literally everybody was here. Like everybody, every single major character was in play here, and like I was just like, you have characters fighting over here, fucking over there, and like everyone's lives was at risk. I was like, anyone can fucking die here. Anybody. I was scared for Sayako because Rolo was with her. I was like, oh, is Rolo gonna kill Sayako so that he can get away with killing Nunnally? And I was like, no. And just fucking hell. And then when I knew that Suzaku had, he had the order to live, I thought, because I didn't know exactly how it worked, if it was like I'm guessing, well, I should have guessed it was a big area because he was talking about how it affects innocent lives and stuff. But I was like, he's going to fire it and it's going to hit fucking Carl and she's going to go. It's like, fuck, we just got her back. And it's just like, oh, man, I couldn't even. And obviously, yeah, Rolo and going after Nunnally and shit like that. And then, you had that fucking bitch of a woman who's Nunnally's like advisor, who thinks she has the right to just fucking do whatever the fuck she wants to do. And just like, what about the execution of Carlin and shit, and obviously, yeah, you had Todo and whatnot, like him with his own crew, like going off on his own towards Schneisel and whatever and shit, and just fuck, everything was. Could have had Jeremiah's last stand. Guilford ended up dying. Bradley died, which is good. That was finally some dickhead gets his just desserts. But fucking hell, man, like. So is that all we're meant to believe then? The people who got caught up in the flare were Nunnally, Guilford. Was Sayako with? I don't know. I don't know where Sayako was. Was Sayako with Nunnally? No, I don't think she was she? Yeah. So Nunnally, Guilford, and Asa. Was it Asahina? I don't know. Asahina's fucking Suzumiya Haruhi, That's what that is. The Four Holy Swords guy. Like, with the glasses. Fuck. Damn it, man. We didn't even see Todo get a scene there. When he saw the woman. So I don't know. Oh, it's fucking damn it. I don't even. How is this gonna go? I feel like for the sake of the story, right? There has to be more with Nunnally, man. There has to be a reunion. Like there has to. You know what I mean? Like, when was the last time that Lelouch and Nunnally actually spoke? I'm not even, I'm not counting the Zero and Nunnally meeting. When was the last time, like, because at least Lelouch knew it was Nunnally that he was talking to, but she didn't know it was Lelouch. I mean, there was that whole thing at like the end of that episode when Suzaku came in and flew her away. And Lelouch shouted out for Nunnally and she turned, almost like she recognised the voice. So there's that, but it's not satisfying. You can't just not have that. You have to have the reunion. You have to have the something like Lelouch and you have to have like a moment between the two before that ever happens. Like where Lelouch can come up like as Zero, take off the mask, and then explain why he did all of this stuff, which was for Nunnally in the first place. But I haven't even had that. This can't be the end. Either she did get caught up in the flare, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know, because it's not an explosion. It's literally it's basically just erases a fucking sphere. Maybe if we're to believe that there's this whole thing about, you know, Lelouch and whatnot was dragged into through the fucking what's it called, the gate, the fucking, where is it, Twilight Gate, right? Could there possibly be something with that, in which case the flare doesn't actually erase anything, it just takes them to a different thought, like a thought elevator thing, like a dimension? Either that, or there's a reverse time gas, or the show is trolling us and fucking with us and she didn't die at all. It just seemed that way. I mean, when I was like, when Rolo got on the old comms and said that she's dead, I was expecting to be like, no, Rolo actually did end up getting there and he's lying. But no, it's like, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe Rolo did say Nunnally get away, and he just wants to act like she actually did die, so he can get a gauge on what Lelouch would feel like if that was the case. This is just fuck. I don't know what's gonna happen now. I don't know what. That's quite possibly one of the bloody worst cliffhangers. Normally, when there's a cliffhanger, I normally throw a fucking tantrum and get really, really angry. But after this, I just feel so fucking like down about it. I don't want Nunnally to die. You know what I mean? I mean, Guilford, yeah, he's you know, he's a cool character. I like his sort of sense of justice and loyalty. You know what I mean? He's not a bad dude. But you know what I mean? I can take him dying. I can take like the Four Holy Swords dying, you know what I mean? But Nunnally? This all started because of Nunnally. You know what I mean? I remember that being like, you know, it pays to pay attention to like the first, like, you know, 20 seconds before like of the episode, because it obviously it gives a sort of monologue of you know, like of shit that's going down and shit that could happen depending, right? It's almost like talking from a future perspective, right? Back. And in the first season or something, there was one that specifically mentioned like you know, like Lelouch is doing either this like to make a peaceful world for Nunnally, and he's also doing it to destroy Britannia, and like it was like, you know, he kind of have to weigh up one or the other. You can't do both, you know. It was something, I can't remember exactly what it was word for word, but it was weighing up the two kind of options kind of thing, and like, you know, you would have to like kind of choose one, and I'm wondering if that's if we're kind of getting the fruition of that now, where he's kind of choosing to do both at the same time. But that's the thing, is like, when you, I never understood that one, by the way, because I figured the two had to, like, they had to be mutually exclusive. Like, you can't have one without the other. Well, I mean, it's a question of, like, what do you mean by destroy the Britannian Empire? Is it specifically to destroy the whole fucking thing, or is it just to get rid of the Emperor that's actually ruling the wrong way, or the unjust way? You know, because I mean, I gather everything from Schneisel. Like, I keep saying this because for some reason I'm always expecting Schneisel to be like, you know, a fucking like a horrible person who like has the face of someone who's like noble and you know what I mean, and good natured and whatever, but then like behind the scenes is just an absolute fucking horrible dick. But I'd never see it. I don't know why I'm expecting them to be that way. I think I'm just like fine-tuned from watching a fucking bunch of anime where people, like, characters have that sort of that personality trait, like where they're very like noble and whatnot, but tend to like do things on the sly and be dicks. Maybe he is just a, you know what I mean? But that's the thing, is like if he takes out the Emperor, who's next? Well, it'll be Schneisel, right? And maybe if it's the case of just taking out the Emperor, right, and then maybe there will be peace, you know? I don't know. We'll just have to see. But this is fucking nuts, man. I don't know how we'll get past this. Like I said, there's three options. Either the flare doesn't completely destroy and it just takes it to another dimension. Nunnally is dead, but there has to be a time gear to take her back, or Nunnally isn't dead and the show just trolled us. I feel like those are the only options. There's no way this continues with Nunnally just being dead. There's no way. If there is, I'm gonna be well fucking disappointed. I'm gonna be so fucking, because that will literally send Lelouch over the edge. Like, there's nothing after that you just kill everyone. There's no after that. Yeah, you can't kill Nunnally, because if you do, then you kill Lelouch's only fucking like moral. That's it. Like, Nunnally's the only reason, like, that's his moral compass. If she goes, he goes on a rampage and everyone's dying. But yeah. Anyway, that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below, I have links to certain things. One is the Discord. I urge everyone to go over there, especially if you want me to react to a certain show, because that's where polls and things start, so you can get your show on the polls. And also, if you just want to come over and talk to me, the community, I'm free to do that as well. And Patreon as well. So I do have a Patreon page. So if you do want to support me, that'd be very much appreciated. A bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you support me with. If you do want to, I'll go through them now. $5, that's the early access. That's the most popular one. So for that, you gain access to all of the shows I do a week early. And you get 4 episodes of Code Geass and 4 episodes of Psycho Pass every week, as opposed to the usual 2 that the general public get. So if you're coming for more reactions from me more frequently, that's where you want to go. $10 a month, that's the full length. So for that, you gain access to all of the reactions I do, full, unedited as well. So if you have your own reference footage, you can watch the whole reaction along with me. $15, that's the exclusive tier. So for that, you gain access to a bonus show that I'm reacting to, which I just finished Parasite, so that was on the exclusive tier. That'll be moving over to YouTube for the general public now. And another show is currently being chosen in a poll that will take that one's place. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, actually, I'll be reacting to it now. Actually, when this comes out on YouTube. So yeah, for the general public. Also, yeah, all OVA reactions and all movie reactions are going to the exclusive tier as well. $50. Every time you pay that, you get a choice of a show that you want me to react to. That's the elite tier, by the way. And I will react to it. So that'll go at the back of the list. I think it's about 7 or 8 shows that I need to get through first, so it might take me a while to get around to it, but I will do eventually. Unless you want to jump the queue and go at the very front, in which case you want to get God tier, which is $100, and that means that your show will be reacted to next year. But that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.